その全てを話そう。
Well, I don't think it's any stretch to say that Attack on Titan finale was enjoyed by many. I know I personally enjoyed it. And there was this one scene in particular that I'd been thinking about a lot. It was the one where Eren and Armin were in the paths. Eren was basically just, you know, pouring his heart out to him and telling us all how much of a deranged lunatic he was, basically. One thing I loved about that scene so much is a lot of the dialogue past the whole "No! I don't want that!" scene. Pretty much everything with the Blood Ocean in that scene is like what's new in the anime. And I loved the scene where Eren pulled like guts and hair and teeth out of like the bloody water as he was explaining his dream to see the world, you know, basically explaining that his dream of the world was one where there was nobody else out there and it was just a free, like, natural environment. This, like, image of, like, all this, like, human, like, mutilation in his hand, basically, like, it's like the reality of that dream in the palm of his hand, basically. It was just, like, there was only one way for him to realize the reality of his dream, and that was it. It was just the pure flattening of everything and everyone outside the walls. That little visual storytelling technique was actually used earlier in the episode when Armin and Zeke had their conversation. When Armin was talking about how the most precious moment in his life was when he was running up a hill with Eren and Mikasa, and it was like a warm autumn evening, and Armin had pulled a leaf from that day out of the ground, and, you know, Zeke, he interpreted that leaf as Armin holding a baseball, because that moment in Zeke's childhood was what he treasured most. I loved that recurring visual theme of the characters pulling something out of the earth and the paths that was like a visual representation of the thing that they desired the most. So I'd talked about it with like my brother, my friends. It's a great scene. I've been thinking about it a lot, talking about it a lot. Now, I'm not much of a Redditor, like, at all. I mean, I post there like once every blue moon, and I barely ever browse it. But, you know, I'd been curious what everyone was thinking about this episode, and for some godforsaken reason, I thought, I'm gonna go look at opinions on Reddit. So I had the idea to make this post, basically asking, if you were in the paths, what form would your most precious thing / dream take? If you pull it out of the ground, it has to fit in your hand. This was actually inspired by my friend Claw Cladic. We were talking about the series, and we were talking about that scene in particular. And needless to say, again, I'm not much of a Redditor. I'm used to getting like 2 upvotes and a comment that has nothing to do with what I posted. So I definitely wasn't expecting to get over 700 upvotes and almost 200 comments. And the last comment was actually about 9-10 minutes ago. So they're still counting. And the comments on this post have been fucking... majority of them have been super wholesome and creative, not at all what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting to get any comments at all. This has been an eye-opening moment for me, to say the least, because I never expected anything good out of Reddit, of all places. So I'm just gonna take the rest of this video to read through the comments, because there's a lot of good ones. It looks like this one's actually the most popular. I'd seen people in like the replies of the other comments talking about this comment in particular. They said, I'd imagine it's something you'd never be able to guess on your own, but you'd immediately be able to recognize upon seeing it. And then you've got people that will say like, you know, your balls and stuff like that. If anything, were like, that's all I was expecting to get under this post. This person said it would have to be something that reminded them of their family. This was one of the first ones I got. A compass my grandfather had and left to me some months before he died as a message to never lose track of my dreams. Miss him. I love that. This is new. I didn't know somebody got a fucking comment removed. One person said a little Reiner based. There were actually a lot of gaming related ones, which I guess makes sense. And you'll see it here in a minute. There were a lot of people that looked back fondly on the Wii on this subreddit. I don't know why that's like a recurring theme on here, but hey, the Wii was a fun ass console. I definitely have a lot of good memories with it personally. There were also some food related answers, such as croissant. This person is reminiscing about their best friend. So fucking wholesome. Oh god, this person thinks that the hair that Eren was holding was Ramses. Jesus Christ. Attack on Titan is the story that keeps on giving, and by giving, I mean giving pain. Jesus fucking Christ. I want to read this one, because this is the very first one I got, and this is the one that made me go, oh, people can say good things on Reddit. They said, my second place 400-meter medal at a fun run. Although meaningless in the scope of history, my history and the lives that it affects, it is precious to me in the moment I won it and the moments I pick it up and remember every detail of that day and remember how I was 10 years ago. That was the first comment I got on this entire post, and that blew me away. One of the probably a dozen items of my grandmother's I've been lent to by my mom and broke over the years Regret each one because I know how much it hurt her. Grandma died when I was 9. I suppose I want connections like Ymir did, maybe. I almost feel bad reading these out on a YouTube video because these are so personal that, I mean, these people posted these knowing that they'd be public. Plus, I don't expect this video to really take off anyway. It's really just for my community. A couple people that wanted a lot of money, I mean, shit. A picture of my mother smiling. I know this is supposed to be wholesome. I'm just gonna put it on screen. You know exactly what I'm thinking when I read that. I'm such a fucking piece of shit. Yeah, here's the first Wii-related one. That's a tongue twister and a half. And you know, unsurprisingly, there were a lot of people that just said their phone. I believe this isn't the only Nintendo DS-related one. There were a few others that had been posted too, I think. I love the honesty in this one. Call me vapid, but I live for attention/praise. Hey man, I can relate to that. I mean, getting over 700 upvotes on this fucking post, you know, 10 minutes of fame, it's not gonna mean anything tomorrow, but you know, it felt good. Felt good. Another console that got brought up a few times was the PlayStation. Here's another Wii-related comment. And yet another. Man, Attack on Titan fans really enjoyed the Wii. I love this one, personally. You may have seen her a couple times in the video, but this makes me think of my dog. A dog's chew rope. I love my dogs, those dogs love those ropes, so I love those ropes. This one's really sweet. Precious things are what we cherish the most and what we're attached to the most, right? So in this case, I think it would be my own life. Without that, I wouldn't be able to have anything else precious. This person said their childhood stuffed bear, wakeboard, a cool rock, Jazz 3 guitar pick. Man, look, that guy looks like he plays guitar. My phone, another guitar pick, and another guitar pick and PS2 controller comment in one. Keychain, another grandfather memory, K-pop stand. One of the marbles I used to find in the front lawn of my old house. I haven't been there for 6 years and it reminds me of some much simpler times in my life. A soccer ball. I don't play it anymore, but my youth was spent playing in a dirt lot with my buddies. It was a great distractor from the rough neighborhood we lived in. Oh, this person actually posted a picture of their dog, it seems. Watch it just be like a giant cock and this is a big debate. Oh, look at the little guy. You know what's funny is that little dog could fit in your hand. Another Nintendo Wii. Wiimote, 2 in a row. Maybe pieces of grass because I love lying down in a field and looking up into the night sky. Remember to touch grass, my friends. Necklaces and bracelets. Game Boy Advanced.
A bird, a butterfly, and my red skies.
Basketball. This has to be the most like creative one out of all of them. An empty lighter and 3 flammable containers, 2 with water in it and 1 with lighter fluid. The lighter creates a spark which does nothing in most places, but when it finds a spot that works, it works perfectly, enough to even spread out to the areas it wouldn't have worked before. Symbolic of how in a lot of things I did never ended up well, but after finding a few things I excel at, I had managed to dominate and do well in everything after incorporating aspects of what I do well into it. My man definitely put more time into writing this comment than I did writing this post. Another grandparent memory. This person said a pet hedgehog, a snail shell, grandparent memory, dream catcher. That's right, I would just scroll Reddit and Twitter. That's all I did over and over. It was meaningless and still, I would rather have just stayed there scrolling. We live in a society. A cricket bat or ball. Or my phone, of course. A poppy flower. I believe this is the second flower one. Spicy crispy chicken. I don't even remember upvoting this. I don't even remember reading this one. Bad Dragon product. Why did I upvote that? This one's pretty creative too. A popsicle stick. One side colored like a rainbow, other side full of dots. Are multi-sided popsicles a thing? Money. For most of the world, it would probably be their phone and they wouldn't even know it prior. And as if to confirm what this person just said, my phone, I probably won't even get rid of this once it gives up. They basically talked about how it helped them be connected with their long-distance relationship partner. This one's super sweet. In Oreo, one of my fondest memories is being a child during the summer and eating cookies and milk with my mom as we played on the sidewalk. Another childhood toy memory. DualShock 2. Another one of these. I love these comments. I honestly don't know, but I'd probably recognize it immediately after I got it. Of course, we've got Tuco Salamanca up in here. Again, another one that I don't remember upvoting. Healthy sperm. Like, what? ANR adapted in a movie. OP asked about something real, not delusion. A good fucking ending. I like this one a lot. For me, it would be a pocket knife my dad gave to me when I was 13, right before AOT aired for the first time. The timing and the symbolism, it couldn't have been planned better. And yeah, that's all the comments. And just to show you how much harder it is to get attention on Twitter, I'd asked the exact same question on Twitter and this was the interactions I got. I still appreciate it very much, even though it's so much little. It just goes to show how much worse off Twitter's algorithm is unless you pay like $20 a month or whatever the fuck premium is. But my buddy, I call him Kit Kat, said he would, it would be a tennis ball from his memory memories playing tennis. But yeah, I think I'll call it here. Again, I loved the finale. I think they pulled it off much better than the manga. Is it still flawed? Yeah, but what isn't? It's been a lot of fun to read civil discussions on this show, and I feel super blessed to have been able to give people a post to share their memories on. That was really special to me. That was really cool. I've never had anything like on that scale before, so that means a lot to me as well. Yeah, I've never made a video like this before. My usual content is Twitch streams and stream highlights on here on the YouTube channel. So if anybody does happen upon this video, I'd love to see some new faces in the Twitch chat. I try to go live every evening around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We just play variety games, hang out, try to have the good vibes. I get very TMI over there, like I end up talking about like my masturbation methods and shit, so you know, be warned for that. But yeah, if anybody ended up watching this video, thanks for watching. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit because I have so many ideas for it, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm really glad I actually got to finishing recording this video. I've been really stressed that I wouldn't be able to. But anyway, take care and sasageo.
Do you believe